Namaste, Goa Flowers. I hope that this finds you super well. I am Anita Goa, if you're new to me in my channel. The morning series continues and we are already at Stiff in the Morning number 16. I was asked if I could do a routine that would strengthen the back as well as incorporate some core work and prepare you for a long day at the office, whether that involves a lot of sitting or a lot of standing. I hope that this one feels good on your body. Please let me know in the comments. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. And you might have noticed, if you're used to hanging around here, that I now have a fringe. We shall see if it will stay or if it will go, but I am actually quite enjoying it. My son, and I think my husband, on the other hand, are not quite fans yet, but you know what? It's all about getting used to something, and change can sometimes be a bit challenging. So anyway, I'm enjoying it. I don't know about you, but you can always let me know in the comments if you care, but it's not essential. I'll see you on the mat. The tools that I have here are a rolled up yoga blanket. You can use anything equivalent. We'll be using it at the end of the practice. And I also have 2 yoga blocks. If you want to integrate the yoga blocks, feel free. You can just keep it next to you just so that you have it readily available for you if you need them. So roll down onto the floor. Let your knees come together and let your feet be apart into the active resting position. And adjust your pelvis so that your lower, middle, and upper back is on the floor. And place one hand on your belly, another hand on your heart. Close your eyes, try to soften your eyes. Close your mouth and try to soften your lips. Try to soften your jaw as well. And just tune yourself very consciously into your breath and notice how you feel this morning. What brought you onto the yoga mat this morning? What do you need from your yoga mat? I'm setting a structure to your practice. Perhaps I can fulfill every single need that you might have, but chances are I'm not going to be able to. So how can you fulfill what it is that you need from this practice? See how you can inhale and draw that into yourself. And then what is it that you need to release and let go of, maybe not take with you into your day? See if you can exhale that onto the mat and just let the mat absorb it. It can handle it. So draw in what you need and release and let go of what you don't need. Work your palms together in Uttanmanjali Mudra or Namaste, and let your thumbs touch that space between your eyebrows, Ajna Chakra. Tune in to your inner wisdom. Try to listen. What does it say? Trust it. Then touch your thumbs to your breastbone, your Anahata Chakra, your spiritual heart, the center for compassion and unconditional love. Have compassion towards yourself. And the more compassion and unconditional love you can have towards yourself, the more you can extend that beyond this yoga mat, out into your day, out into your world. So set an intention for yourself, something that will support you and nourish you, give you strength and flexibility to take on what you need to take on today. Carry you through the day, carry you through the week. And then rest the arms at the side of your body with your palms facing up, and open your eyes and parallel the feet and keep the feet hip distance apart. Now just let your arms rest at the side of your body, and then gradually draw your tailbone under as you root into the feet. Roll your spine off the floor. Just lift your pelvis up as high as you can. Root into the feet so that you feel the muscles of your backs of your thighs, the bottom of your buttocks, and your spinal muscles engaged. And then exhale, roll it down slowly from the top, then to the middle. And then try to get that soft landing by relaxing your buttocks, drawing a little further into the navel, and get that yogi pilot soft landing. Do that again. Inhale, roll it up. Slowly, just let your shoulders roll open. Feel that expansion through the heart. And then exhale, gradually roll it down. So here we're just preparing our back, our spine for what's to come. We're engaging more into our abdominals, into our core. And we're training ourselves to create connection between our movements and our breath. Do that one more time. Inhale, roll it up. Rooting down into the feet. Just let the shoulders roll open. And exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. You can move the feet a little bit further away, but maintain that connection to your lower abs. And inhale the arms over the head. And then exhale, bring the arms forward. Draw in through the abs, root into the feet. Good. And then inhale, lift up and lengthen. You can find cactus arms, bend the elbows. And do that again. Exhale, roll it down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then inhale the arms over the head. And exhale it forward. And I'm bending my elbows, I'm even bending my wrists. Inhale, cactus arms. And just one more time. And even as I go down, I like to bend my elbows and bend my wrists a little bit more now. So brings a little bit more of a feminine, soft quality to it. And then exhale, bring the arms forward. And it also doesn't tense the neck and the shoulders so much. And it forces us to draw more up into the core. And bend. You can experiment with it and see if the same thing is what you feel. Release the arms to the side and just cross the ankles and roll over. And you're going to come down onto the floor. All the way down. Okay? Let your pubic bone find the floor. Lift the navel up. Bring the arms next to you and see that your elbows are on top of your wrists for baby cobra. And push the hands back. So it feels like you're using your hands to propel you forward. So just lifting through the heart, rolling the shoulders back, lift your legs. And just notice in this position how your back body muscles are contracting and therefore now strengthening. So finding that strength in our back body, strengthening our backbone. So important for life. Good, and inhale to an upward facing dog or maintain baby cobra. And then exhale, round it into cat stretch. Press down into your shins. And inhale, arch it into cow, curl the toes under. And exhale, draw your hips back. And gradually make your way into downward facing dog. Really push the floor away from you. Just let your head drop and draw the shoulders up and away from your ears. Good. Inhale, wave yourself into a plank. And then exhale, lower the knees, the chest, and the chin into the floor. Inhale to baby cobra again. Root the pelvis, draw the hands back. Feel the shoulders rolling open. And the flexibility of this pose is not quite that present. It's much more the strength and the stability of the pose. Then lift the hands off the floor and extend the arms to the back. Stretch your fingers towards your toes. And then interlace the right index finger on top of the left. Keep rolling the shoulders open, pinning your shoulder blades together. If your palms come together, go for it. But if they need to be apart, that's okay too. Just want you to feel the stability here. Feel the strength. And notice yourself if you end up using your jaw or you end up using your eyes, really tensing them up in order to get up higher. Don't try to get up higher. Just find a position where you can breathe. Good, then ground the palms to the floor again, baby cobra. Inhale here, or upward facing dog. Exhale, round it into cat stretch. Just stretch all of that out. Inhale, arch it into cow, curl the toes. And exhale, draw the hips back, push the floor away from you. Downward facing dog, really create length into the spine. So we neutralize the spinal muscles a bit after all that contraction. Letting them find a new normal. Inhale, wave yourself into a plank pose. Now one more time, exhale, lower the knees, the chest and the chin into the floor. Inhale to baby cobra, Just find that traction, so find the full extension from your toes to the crown of the head. Then lift your hands off, extend the arms to the back, stretch your fingers towards your toes. Adjust the neck, so you find some flexibility in your neck there. Find a position where you can breathe, and then interlace the left index finger on top of the right. It's not the best place to breathe in. It's not the best place to talk in, but try not to struggle. Try not to suffer. See how you can find your breath. And then once you have your breath, and you're good to go. Good, separate the arms and ground the palms to the floor, baby cobra or upward dog. Again, inhale. And exhale, round it into a cat stretch. Ooh, shake it loose. Inhale, arch it into cow. And exhale, draw the hips back and find your downward facing dog. Good. Now from this time around in downward dog, you can pedal through the feet. You can draw both of your heels into the floor, but maintaining that same extension in your spine. Very important. Good. Now inhale, lift the right leg to three-legged dog. And exhale, draw the knee into the navel, round and step the right foot forward. Come on to your fingertips. And then inhale, lift up into a crescent lunge, but you're going to straighten out that right leg. Okay? Find the extension of the spine here, and then bend the elbows into cactus arms. Feel the shoulder blades drawing down and together. And then inhale, bend the leg, reach the arms up. Do that again. Exhale, straighten the leg, plug the shoulder blades down and together. And inhale, extend. Keep going. Now it's very important that every time you extend the arms up, that you let your shoulders stay down into their sockets. Yes. And bend. One more time. Exhale, straighten. And inhale, bend. Hold it here, cross the left elbow on top of the right for eagle arms. Lift your elbows and roll your shoulders open. All right, feel free to move your head, drop your shoulders down, create lots of space there in your face. In your neck, I meant. Good, and then slowly release and lower the hands to the floor and step it back into a three-legged plank pose. Feel free to lower the left knee into the floor if the three-legged plank is too much. Exhale, draw the knee to the right elbow, to the left elbow, to the right, and back to three-legged plank. Do that again. Exhale, right and left and right, and inhale, three-legged plank. 3 more times. Exhale, 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 inhale. Make sure that the shoulders are over your wrists. Stay strong in your core. 1 more time. Right, left, and right, and plank pose, lovely. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. And inhale to baby cobra. Ooh. Roll the shoulders open. Lift your hands and then extend the arms to the back. Again, draw your heels towards the buttocks and see if you can take a hold of your ankles. Hold on to the ankles and stay with your breathing here. Inhale. And as we hold on to our ankles, we're also giving our wrists a little bit of a counter stretch. Good. Then ground the palms to the floor again, baby cobra. Inhale or upward facing dog. Exhale, round it into cat stretch. Ooh, drop the head, shake it loose. Inhale, arch it into cow. Curl the toes under. Exhale, back and downward facing dog. Yay, so good. Lots of back strengthening here. Lots of core strengthening, but of course also our arms and our legs are involved. The whole package. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, draw the knee into the navel and step it forward. Inhale here. Come on to your fingertips or use your blocks. And then slowly press the floor away from you to straighten out that left leg for a crescent lunge. Then bend the elbows, draw the shoulder blades down and together. So this way we're connecting to our back body, and then bend and straighten. Good. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Pause there with the knee bent and cross the right elbow on top of the left. Lift your elbows, drop the shoulders down. Find the eagle arms. It's good to keep a focal point in front of you. Right? Make sure that your abdominals are engaged here, finding that extension of your spine. And you also feel a deep stretch into your front of your thigh, the hip flexor or the psoas. And slowly release, lower the hands to the floor. And step it back to a three-legged plank. Hold it there, lower the right knee to the floor if you need to do that. Draw the knee to the left elbow, to the right, to the left, and three-legged. Keep going. Exhale, 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 inhale. 3 more times. Good, and last one. Strong backbone, strong core. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Melt the heart into the floor. Inhale to baby cobra. Roll the shoulders open and take the hands off the floor. Extend them to the back and maybe circle your wrists. I know it's a lot on the wrists. Draw the heels in and then find that bow pose again. Dhanurasana. Full breath in, full breath out as much as you can. Just like I said in the beginning, what's most important is that you feel your back body muscles supporting you, contracting, getting stronger. Feel the stability, feel the strength. Good. Slowly release. Inhale to baby cobra or upward dog. Exhale to cat stretch. Ooh, and cat stretches it all out. Inhale, arch to cow. And exhale, draw the hips back and go into downward facing dog. So good, so good. Breathe in and breathe out. Just finding a neutral position
to balance it all out. And then bend both of your knees. Walk your hands back to the feet. Inhale to halfway pose. And exhale, fold over your thighs. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Find the hanging ragdoll so you can hold on to your elbows and feel like you're moving your rib cage out of your hips. If you want to swing and sway a little bit here, if you can feel a little bit of a release into your back, go for it. And then release the arms and gradually roll yourself up. Root into the feet, draw up into the belly, lift through the heart. Namaste, mountain pose or Tadasana. So feet are hip distance apart. Bend the knees, inhale, and then exhale, straighten. So going into a little squatting position. Inhale down, exhale up. So we're now at the back of our mat. All right, so leaning back, drawing in, and expanding out. So every time that you straighten out the legs, you lift through the heart and plug your shoulder blades down and together. So you'll feel your back body muscles also contracting here, supporting you. Good posture, standing tall and proud. Yep. Now that we connect into ourselves, we can allow all of that radiance to shine out. Don't be afraid of it. Good, one more time. And pause. Good. Now face the screen and we'll find tree pose here. So open the leg to the side. Press your foot against your standing leg. Draw up through the inner thigh, pelvic floor, lower belly. Lift through the heart. You can find your palms come together. You can also reach the arms up to the sky. So here we are rooting into the earth and we're drawing ourselves and lifting up towards the heavens and finding some balance perhaps right in between. So what kind of a tree are you? Are you a willow tree? Are you an oak tree? Are you in need of maybe more balance, more flexibility in your life? Or are you more in need of some stability and strength in your life? So you can imagine yourself to be whichever tree it is that you need to draw upon. Now work the palms together again. And I'm now going to step my leg to the side very lightly and mindfully with the toes facing the screen first, and then from there open into a warrior two, okay? So that's a little bit more of a gentle transition and respectful into the knees and the ankles. So open up as wide as you need this to be, feeling the strength stretch through the inner thighs. Take a little gaze to the front and a little gaze to the back. Good, then inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale, lift and go into a triangle pose. So you can let the arm just hang and basically dangle at the side, feeling the arm stretching in opposite directions, looking up, looking to the side, or looking down. So wherever, as I always say, wherever your breath is the deepest, wherever your neck feels the best, just wide stance so that we create lots of stability here, very grounding. And then bend the front leg for extended side angle. Forearm can be on your thigh, arm can reach up over the ear. You can also place your palm onto a block, and you can also go into a binding position if that feels good this morning. Full breath in, full breath out. Good, then slowly from where you're at, lower the hands
to the floor for a low lunge position. And then lower the back knee into the floor. Inhale up into Anjana Asana. Palms come together. Send your hips forward as you connect into your back foot, drawing the front knee forward and lifting, opening yourself up to whatever is already there in front of you today. Staying open to it. And just let the muscles of your back body support you. Full breath in, full breath out. Full breath in, full breath out. Good. Touch Ajna and Anahata as you exhale. Fingertips to the floor or palms onto blocks. And then straighten out both of your legs. So your front foot can be pointed, so you get that delicious stretch into the front of your foot and your shin. Keep the openness from the Anjana Asana as you fold over your thigh. Exhale away what you feel you don't need. Release and let it go onto the mat. Inhale what you feel you want to replace that with instead. Or just keep it open. Bend the front knee. Take a little dip down and step the left foot forward, hip distance apart. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold it over. Inhale, rise it up to the top. And exhale, namaste. So good. And just stay here with the feet hip distance, and we'll do a few squats again, just really strengthening our foundation. And the stronger we feel in our foundation, the more supported we feel within ourselves, then the top can soften. You know, we got a lot of room to move. We can trust ourselves and allow ourselves to be flexible. Or maybe what you need to do is allow yourself to be firm and strong. Stand up for your rights. Good. One more time. And pause. Right, now we're going to face the screen again from this direction and find tree pose again. Press the foot against the thigh. Feel that drawing into yourself. And then from there, open up and expand. Yeah, just meditate on the whole tree analogy, the tree philosophy. Feel free to move around and just notice how your balance might be. And just remind yourself that balance isn't static. It's quite dynamic. Good. And now slowly we're going to open to the side. So keep your knee and your toes facing the screen and open as wide as you can and find a warrior two again. Yeah. Level off the hips. Try to find the balance between the front and the back leg. Take a little gaze over the back leg and the front leg, back arm and front arm. Lift your toes, trying to avoid that gripping, rooting into the four corners of your feet. Good. Inhale, reverse, triangle. And then exhale, lift up and go into the triangle pose. Gaze up, gaze to the side, or gaze down. So just notice how it feels on this side. And then see if you can let the arm just dangle. Really rooting into the legs, drawing up into the core. Good. Bend the leg, extended side angle. Forearm can be on your thigh, fingertips to the floor, palm onto the block. or go ahead and bind. See how that feels. Good. Stay with your breath. Try to be as flexible as you can with where you keep your gaze at. If you can barely breathe and you find yourself almost suffocating yourself, that's not a good place to be in. Right? So inhale and exhale. Trust the journey. And lower the hands to the floor into a low lunge position. So remember now, we're facing the back, which is now our new front. I always love to change directions. Lower the knee into the floor. Send the hips forward and inhale to Anjanasana. Good. Feel that lifting of the rib cage up out of your hips. Gaze up. Keep your vision upward. Feel yourself propelling yourself forward and upward in whichever direction it is that you want to go. And just be flexible enough that if there's something else planned, all right, let's test that out and see what that is about. Might be even better than what we had planned, right? Exhale, touch Ajna and Anahata. Fingertips to the floor, palms onto the blocks, and straighten out the front leg. Fold over that left leg, or whichever leg is in front of you. It depends on how your screen is positioned. So good. Bend the front leg and step the back leg forward, hip distance apart. Inhale halfway, and then exhale, fold it over. Inhale, rise up to the top. And then exhale again, fold over your thighs and touch Ajna and Anahata. Inhale halfway. And then exhale, you're going to bend your legs into a low Indian squat. Keep the legs as wide as you need them to be. Press your upper arms against your knees or your shins, depending on where your arms are at, and create a bit of that traction so you can allow your seat to drop down, and then let your heart lift up. Try to squeeze the inner thighs a bit towards each other so that you draw into yourself while at the same time you're opening up and expanding yourself. So all of this is going on. And then slowly sit down. Ooh, yay! Extend the legs out. Just give yourself a little bit of a massage. And then you're going to bend your left leg in, cross the right foot to the outside of the thigh. Lift your seat to level off your sitting bones, and wrap the left arm around your right thigh and twist it open to the right. So seated spinal twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana, and you'll get nice little stretch into the outer parts of your hips and a good twist of the spine, which will prepare you for the rest of the day. And release, do an open twist. And face forward. And lean back and just change your legs. So the right leg on the floor, left foot to the outside. Draw the left thigh towards your chest, wrap the right arm around your thigh. Twist it open to the left. Full breath in. Full breath out. Full breath in. Full breath out. And release and do an open twist. And face forward. Good, and lean back and uncross your legs. So the twists are good for wringing out what it is that we feel that we don't need. And then once we release, it opens and all of this oxygenated blood flows in and is refreshing. So it creates more space for bringing in what it is that we want to participate in and do instead. So quite inspiring. So take your blanket, roll it up into a cylinder shape, and we're going to roll back down onto the floor. So keep the blanket right where our shoulder blades are. You're going to let your head drop back onto the floor and lift your pelvis a little bit so that you're now resting at the tips of your sitting bones. Open the arms into cactus arms. Make sure that you find a position here where you feel comfortable, where you feel like, this is so good. This feels very opening, expansive. I now feel uplifted and ready to take on whatever the day brings on. Close your eyes and your mouth. Inhale as fully as you can and try to feel that openness and that expansion into your rib cage. And then exhale, allow it to drop and go back to normal. Good, and slowly bring the arms forward, toe heel your feet together, and roll over onto your side. And push yourself to come up to a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed and we'll just find our way into an easy seat, Sukhasana. You can sit on a block, you can sit on a blanket if you want to. Just rest the backs of your hands onto your knees. Allow your palms to face up. Just notice your posture, notice your back muscles, notice your core muscles if it feels like they're a little bit more engaged. We woke them up a bit. Check in with your posture. And as you flow through the rest of your day, check in. Notice your posture, notice your breath, notice your core muscles, your back muscles. Just allow them to support you in whichever way you need them to. Palms together. Namaste. I hope you got what you needed from this practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Mwah.